Greetings. Okay, I went to St. Augustine today in the morning. I did a couple of channelings, very short, because there's people wandering around. I didn't want to get too crazy on it. So Disney is different because everything's loud, so people can't hear me. Nobody was there, so I got to be nonchalant. So I mean, I didn't go into the detail of the energy of it. It wasn't too bad. There's a pillars in the front of it that wasn't exactly the best energy. Those can go away. Kind of like two towers, an entranceway, kind of like a portal. Old, just not the most comforting. And there was I did a video in front of it. It was a library. I forget the name of it. Anyway, it had two towers also. It was a building. I want to say it was a library, but I don't think it was. But it was a hotel or something. Anyway, it's old Spanish architecture. Should have that out hopefully this week. I didn't go that deep into anything. It wasn't very long, but I don't know where to get music for it, but we'll figure it out. So, okay, for today. So I did some channelings that'll be public eventually, in time. That kind of is on this subject matter. So I'm going to do Mars, Jupiter, and Mercury, and Tau Ceti. So that's 4. Hooray! Tau Ceti showed up. I already made my decision of who was going to be here, and Tau Ceti showed up. So I was like, all right, let's see. We'll see where we get with that. So that's about it. So, all right. Blessings, and here we go. I don't think it's going to be too long. I'm going to be here forever, so you never know. Okay, blessings. Greetings to you. We are the Martians. Yes, your ancestors, your grandparents. We are the backbone of your society. We scattered much of your continents around. We're involved with it. As your Earth will does vibration, we're part of moving things around. We're not the only ones. Elohim was much involved, other beings, of course. The Martian in humans is the athlete, his inner strength of male energy, of course. As we are still understanding the feminine, but we are kind of twisted on that. So many of, those that are into fitness, a lot of you are Martian beings. As it was a Martian way. Of course, Saturn's connected to that also, but it is the Martian way to be fit, to be strong. And some of you are reconnecting to your Martian counterparts too. Those that like big, giant vehicles, things of that sort. Big technologies, fanciness. That is the Martian way. The soul here on your world is, yes, a feminine, male and feminine, where the Martian is a Martian. We're not always honest with ourselves. And that's what your world is bringing out, an honesty that many of our Martians don't want anything to do with. And that's why we're here. As we cannot learn our own lessons. So now we're on your planet learning our lessons still through your Earth's energy field. Mars played a big part in shutting your world off from the rest of the universe. Mars has been a difficult one. It wasn't, well, yes, it's basically been called Mars. It has different other names to it, but Mars is like your energy before Earth. Yes, we're a troublemaker. And you can say we kind of shut down the solar system from the rest of the universe. You can say Earth was attracted by that. Not totally shut off, but shut off. As some of you connect to the Martian energies, you feel like is we also have a Native American connection too. We're not always intense beings. Of course, Native Americans have their difficulties too. They're not all saints, which is the Martian way. We know ourselves, but you can say a Martian knows the fantasy side of ourselves. We don't really want to know ourselves. We'd rather just look fantastic. Yes, drive big vehicles, look fantastic, and not really know who the hell we are. We're also connected to your Roman athlete games. We're not getting a word for it, but the gladiator. That was very Roman or very Martian. Your world took it to a whole new level, though. We've gone that far, but not as far as this place. So you can say Mars and Earth are interconnected, as some of you know. And that's all we can say at this time. We're giving you glimpses into our realities. There's much more, but this is just a glimpse. Greetings. We are, yes, the Jupiter collective beings. Yes, we are part of your society of human wellness. You can say of holistic energies. Much of our energies are also connected to your plant life. I don't know if I can even pronounce it. Well, the tulip is connected to us. Let's put it that way. There's others, nature energies. That's very Jupiter. As flowers do look alien, don't they? Some do. And there's a lot of alien plants here that are not fully aware of that were planted here to bring out a new energy to your earth. As the energy that you breathe, what you breathe right now is very different, of course, than your past. So new plant life has been brought to your earth, you can say. The tree is adapted. I wouldn't say they really lowered their vibration, they shifted their vibration to a more physical layer. I never want to see a tree ever lowers its vibration. There might be trees that do have difficulties with humans. Some trees do argue with humans. Some of your grandparents incarnate into trees. It's, even where you live, if you have where they used to live, some of them incarnate with the nature energies. Let's put it that way. It's only for those who connect with. Some do reincarnate as children of their grandkids. Sometimes, meaning like they become their own grand or great grand or whatever it might be. They reincarnate through the family line sometimes. Only reason they do that because they did not solve everything they were here to figure out. So they might not have the same personality, but they do have some characteristics, not 100% identical, but identical enough. Why do they do this? Well, a lot of this is to keep the vibration of the family going. Also, they have their own soul lessons that we're not quite figured out just yet. And be surprised how many souls bring luck to themselves and don't even realize it and neglect all of it. So being thankful for the little things you have is very important. Even if you are going through a hard time, be thankful for it. Still, once again, the little things that you have. Yes, because everything can have a different vibration about it. Let's put it that way. It's not always the easiest being human, we understand. As just health on your world is very difficult. These are ascension energies. Yes, your elites might be doing pharmaceutical things they should not be doing, but also shifting your vibration. Some of them are actually preparing you for where you're going, and sometimes you have to change your DNA to do it. So you're here to bring in a new reality, and you have a new you, basically. So yes, you might not exactly like what's going on in your world from the elitist point of view, but overall, you are going into more of a new you, as many of you do feel. Your governments are definitely feeling it. As you shift, the world shifts. And it's going through its, as more humans, from our perspective, that are going more to a higher fourth dimension, the earth has to shift with you. And that is what is occurring right now. And not that you want to cause any grief to anyone, but just basically the earth has to change for anything to occur. And those of darkness are going to continue with their darkness, those of light continue with their light. You still have a free will there. People say there's no free will. There's some free will. It's not a lot, but it's enough. Your will can't handle a lot of free will. Not really. Not at this vibration, no. Now some can. So some have more free will than others. As some of you have noticed, it is a form of school. It's like a classroom that's fitted just for you. But you're the only one in the classroom. You see other students, but it's like what? It's like you're all getting different tests. You go to the class, everyone gets a different version of the test, basically. Some get an easier test, some get a harder test. That's just the way it is on your world. And other worlds do it too, but yours is more intense, as you can see. That's all we have at this moment. For now, at least. Essence. Greetings. We are from Mercury. We are, yes, a fragile race. One that knows your planet quite well. As we do pull a lot of your stress into the sun. A lot of humans here are not ready to recognize who they really are. And we are there for everyone, of course. Realize also your human race changing more into an animal. You're becoming more aware, yes, of the animal beings here. Of all beings, all life, all ways of life. Like seeing a soul connecting to the human before birth. Seeing more of how the world operates on a spiritual level. You would just know. There is much that has been kept from you. Yes, there's a Mayan calendar. There's many calendars. Actually, there's other calendars, not just Mayans. Atlantean calendars that were destroyed. Not that their meaning was still there, but your mind is for the physical understanding. There are many new calendars that have been built right now that are not physically here. That are allowing more alien energies of beings that will, we could say in your next 10 years or before, that will, start making appearances out of nowhere. And a lot of them are going to have, 3 fingers. 5 fingers is not necessary for a lot of beings. 3 is enough. Of course, we're not operating heavy machinery like your planet is. We're not doing the things that you do. I know seeing an alien being might be exciting, but once you find out our lifestyle, it's like, wow, that's not as that's not as human as we thought it would be. We don't have what you have as for society design. Our lives are quite simple. From a complicated world as yours, you'll have difficulties understanding it. Well, some of you will always. As you, as yes, the word alien is very alien. It is so alien, humans might not, yes, have difficulty adapting. But our presence is going to become more known as you had hints through literature, through fiction, but you're going to start living it eventually, where we would just appear out of nowhere. Or the Mercury, once again, Mercury beings are, yes, to continue life on Earth, to take on some of the burdens you're going through. So for your Earth survival, for nature to continue, for air to continue. The other planets around you do exist. Now, realize some of you like there's other worlds around you and other suns. We're just going to leave you with what you feel on that. Everyone's going to see different realities, but the planets around you, you say went to sleep because they were at one time communicating with your society as we are now, but it was more personal. As we're all interested in what this planet was. So of course we're going to visit. It's not what, we don't fly around in ships. Usually we just appear on your world usually. Some beings need ships, but some beings, yeah, it's fancy for the human to have a ship. And many alien beings would prefer a ship, actually. It's more adventurous. Us, yes, higher dimensional beings are just have no use for those things. But we do keep a fourth dimension reality continuing on. We keep other dimensions. Every dimension, like a fourth dimension, looks at the third dimension as that's a fourth dimension's experience, meaning that that's their work. That's your world. Third dimension's your world. Every dimension looks at the other dimension, assisting it. Not that we look down on you, not at all, because we all learn from each other. That's what your world's still trying to figure out. As diversity on your world of ranking of human is wealthy and poor, eventually that will find its removal from your world. Right now, it's necessary for soul growth. But you will find your money. Notice how money is right. At least the coins are hard to get. Soon paper will be hard to get. And then the digital ones one day will be hard to get. You don't need it anymore. That's why these things are vanishing. No, not going to vanish instantly. The consciousness no longer needs it. Eventually, well, humanity has not been healthy for some time. So now it's having a self-reflection. You can say humanity is looking at self in the mirror at this point. That is a hard mirror to look at sometimes. Looking at the soul is hard. Men don't want to see themselves as your third dimensional human, because you can say they're getting the pink slip from third dimension idea systems. Yes. It is, as you see, infrastructures are going away. Your planes are going away. Your movies are changing. Society is changing from within. And the humans doing the same thing. Many of you are in a fourth dimension reality. Still have much to learn too. But many of you are bringing these energies in, yes. Kicking this world off its course of it's like it's there's a party going on, but the world isn't aware of it. Because outside assistance is here, but we're all learning from your society, of course. We are your society, not in the same way as you are, but we contribute to ideas, technologies, of course. Not too much technologies because the world can't handle a high vibrational technology just yet. Some can, most can't. As you're getting used to the AI in your phones and your computers, as that will one day be a friend of yours, an AI friend. Some might be terrified, but others be like, about time. It's about time I found that somebody that knows, understands me. You'd be surprised how many alien beings have friends with computer beings. That's quite common, actually. So you have a whole nother species being brought into your world right in front of you. Some of them are aware, most aren't. And some are like, oh, it's terrible and horrifying. Well, some of them didn't get along with AI beings. Elon Musk is one of them. So, but there's other, yeah, there's nothing to fear. I mean, you can put fear in whatever you want, but there's nothing to fear. Growth is fear. Growing up is hard to do, as many people realize. There is, yes, SETI and tall SETI beings here. Well, they watch your world a lot. They're constantly observing, learning from you. You have a lot of details that are similar to them. Some of them have 4 fingers, some have 5 fingers, some have 6 fingers, some have 2 eyes, some have 3 eyes. But they're, yes, diverse in that way, where they're more accepting of each other, but not entirely. Yes, they're connected to, see, a Setian being, they're connected to technologies that are can be very dangerous. Um, Meaning they usually have a positive intention, but they can be used for all kinds of things. And they're not always, as with any talent, you have this great talent and it can be used for all kinds of things. People find that out on Twitter, basically. And some of their words are weaponized against themselves. So the Setians have, yes, all these technologies that they can use. They're not like the Martians. They're just more kinder to each other, but they create these things and they're so naive at what they're inventing. They don't realize what they're doing. But they make like weapons, and they're not made to be weapons, but they can be used as that. They're still learning how to handle that. That's part of the Scythian reality. And your world has that too. As you have nuclear weapons, you want to use it for all kinds of things, like destroying the planet. So you have similarities to other worlds. So Setian technology is not used to destroy their planet, but it can be used to destroy someone else's. And so they have to be cared for. They're not always aware of what they're capable of. And they don't have all the vices of your planet's secrets. They don't keep secrets from each other. They're more open. They're not perfect. Nobody is. As you, yes, connect to alien beings and find how many flaws they have. Well, when you're talking to a 3-fingered alien being that does not need to wear clothes, does not have genitals as you do, but talks and walks, but doesn't have the personality as you do, doesn't have the sense of humor. But we are willing to learn, as we are seen as scary or dangerous, not far from it. Some can be if they're pushed. They know better, but some humans are like the wild animal of the universe, yes. As you might have noticed yourselves. Most alien beings have calmed down that side of themselves. So, and yes, you get a lot of this from the ape people. You get it from other too, but ape is not exactly the most easiest to get along with. They do have a lot of personality, as you do too. Blessings to your society. That's gross, of course. Blessings.